I'm Christian.
I'm Dalton.
I'm Damani.
We're a More Perfect Union, and you are watching at UH News on Coop TV.
Guitars, and more guitars. The At UH News team interviews several artists who are rocking the radio.
Following a weekend of big movie premieres, film critic Nick Tiffany gives you his insight into 50 Shades of Grey and more.
And for At UH Conversations, anchor Nate Pingor with a 12-string strumming guitarist.
It's Wednesday, February 18th, 2015. I'm Sean Alder.
And I'm Ciara Willis.
At UH starts now. The man who police say shot and killed 3 Muslim students from North Carolina University was indicted Monday. Craig Hicks is facing multiple first-degree murder charges. The deaths of Yusor and Razan Abu Salah and Dia Barakat have many Cougars talking about racial and religious injustice in the U.S. Explaining the web response to this incident, social mediaologist Endya Hardridge.
On Twitter, users are sending condolences and reacting to the hashtag Chapel Hill shooting by joining the movement. Twitter user Jelani9 tweeted, "Yet again reminded of our terrible capacity to reduce other human beings to mere abstractions and then kill them. Hashtag Muslim lives matter too." Celebrities like Stephen Curry honored the memory of one of the victims by writing hashtag Curry for Dia and hashtag RIP Dia on the shoes he wore during the three-point contest at the NBA's All-Star Weekend. Across the internet, Chapel Hill has left the nation in shock and uproar.
Thank you, Endya. The Cougar reports around 1,500 people gathered at Westheimer and Post Oak Sunday to remember the victims. UH's United Muslim Relief Organization and the UH Muslim Student Association hosted the vigil. The Cougars says the goal was to show unity and peace.
The Student Programming Board is back with its annual singing competition, UH Voice, this Friday. This live show of vocal talent features 8 students battling for a spot in the Frontier Fiesta lineup. Admission for students is free, and it will be at the Student Center Theater. Doors will open at 6 p.m. I'm really excited about this event. How about you, Sean?
Frontier Fiesta is going to be pretty big this year, and I'm definitely excited.
It's going to be a big one.
While SPB prepares for its singing competition, 2 UH students are about to audition for The Real Voice over at Lynn Park. Reporter Lakaya Williams.
Hey UH, we're here with Lauren Remo and Kathleen Wynn, who together have over millions of views on their YouTube channels. You have your own YouTube channel, and you have your own YouTube channel. Tell me a little bit about each of yours. I know you both have 2 different styles, right?
Yeah. I'm more jazzy. I'm more pop. I just sing with them, basically.
So what's that like? You get a lot of interaction from your followers, your subscribers?
Yeah, they're really supportive. They're really nice. They always have like nice things to say, and like it makes my day. Yeah. I always like the random people that come up to me. They're like,
oh, you get recognized in like real life?
Yeah.
What?
Remember that first time that someone went up to you and you posted a picture of it and you posted it? I almost cried. Yeah, seriously, me too.
So what are you guys working on now? Are you guys still doing things together? Are you guys kind of taking a break and coming apart? Are you doing your own thing?
Right now we're auditioning for the actual Voice, the show. On February 26th. Yep, we got a private audition. Yeah.
How do you manage that? Did you send tapes in? Or?
They're always like scouting on YouTube, and they like message or like email you and like ask you if you're interested in coming to privately audition.
I got lost in the game. Oh baby, baby, oops, you think I'm in love, 'cause I'm from above.
Alright guys, I had an amazing time getting to know Kathleen and Lauren, and so can you. Check them out on their Twitter handles as well as their own YouTube channels. This is Lakaya Williams, I'm at Lynn Park, and you're watching at UH News.
Remo and Wynn competed against each other in the UH Voice competition last year. They didn't win, but Remo is coming back this semester as a coach and judge. You can find Lauren Remo on Twitter at LalaTheLauren and her friend Kathleen Wynn at KathleenNWynn.
Coming up in just a few moments, Nate Pingor will be in studio with musician Giancarlo Caffarena for UH Conversations.
But before we join Nate, reporter Malcolm Farrell is at the Nook, looking for a hot cup of coffee, a comfy chair, and a more perfect union?
Hey Cougs, I'm here at the Nook about to interview a More Perfect Union. These guys have been playing since they were 12 years old. Let's see what they're up to.
Christian, Damani, and Dalton have known each other since junior high, but started the group in spring 2014. While assembling the band's members, the group changed genres, switching from heavy metal to indie, pop, and rock style. Christian says the more acoustic sound feels more mature. Unfortunately, the group's drummer, Josh, couldn't join us this afternoon.
We still like the music and stuff. It's just this suits us better, I think.
Yeah. It's a little more mature.
It's taken a couple months for the band to find its chemistry. The guys say it wasn't until recently they started intertwining unique sounds into their songs and pulling lyrics from their more personal experiences.
I think the concept album is going to be fun in a lot of spots too, but it's definitely going to have it's going to have more weight, more emotion.
The band says their concept album is more personal than their previous EPs. It's split into 4 acts, which come together to make the album whole. Christian says the idea came from all the members' musical theater backgrounds.
We're trying to write as much as possible and then weed out the best songs that tell the story we want to tell. You know, so we're not trying to limit ourselves to we're going to write a storyline and write stuff to it. Right. We write the songs and figure it out as we go along.
With a well thought out album on the way, they also have big plans this year for performances. During spring break, the band will be playing at Frontier Fiesta.
The song you just heard was Without You. Here at the Nook, I'm Malcolm Farrell at UH News.
Thanks, Malcolm. You can check out A More Perfect Union at the band's website or tweet them at AMPUBand. I'm Nate Pingor, and I'm sitting here with Giancarlo Caffarena, who plays a really crazy instrument. Giancarlo, what is that thing?
Hey, Nate, thanks for having me. The name of the instrument is the Chapman stick, or just the stick for short. It is an instrument that comes from California. It has strings, but you don't pick it or pluck it or strum it. You just press down on the strings. You tap the strings, similar to the way Van Halen plays. Mine has 12 strings total. It has 5 bass strings that you play with the left hand, and then 7 guitar strings with the right hand.
Very cool. Now, what would make you want to play such a crazy instrument?
Oh, well, I started out as a bass player, and I was into progressive rock bands like Rush, Yes, other bands, and one of them was King Crimson. They're really the only band that's known for having a stick player in the band. Is Tony Levin, the bass player, played the stick on a lot of the songs. As soon as I saw it on the concert video that I bought, I was sold immediately and decided that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to play the bass and the guitar at the same time.
Very cool. Now, what kind of music do you normally play with that much versatility in one instrument?
Well, at my gigs, it really depends on where it is I'm playing. Sometimes I'll be playing background music at a restaurant, you know, so it's more kind of a light mix of tunes. And then other times it's a big rock party, you know, dance show or a blues gig. You know, it really just depends on the venue, but I try to mix it up. Seems most people enjoy the variety.
Very cool. Very, very, very cool. Now, who are some of your musical, I guess, influences?
You know, all the greats. Of course, like I was saying, I used to be into progressive rock early on, but then, of course, I got into all the bands that most people do: Beatles, Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, Eagles, Who, you know, a lot of classic rock, a lot of newer rock as well, Bob Marley, blues legends. You know, there's so many to name, but yeah, it's good to have a broad palette, you know, get into different kinds of music, country music as well, you know, whatever.
Well, fantastic.
Kind of music.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. Now, if you're interested in going to Giancarlo's shows or learning more about his music, you can find all the info that you need at giancarlo.com. But don't rush to his website. Stay right here on this tab. At the end of the show, Giancarlo is going to give us a private performance right here on @UH. So sit tight while Gabby shows us your friend's response to 50 Shades of Grey, which is in theaters now.
Things got a little kinky this Valentine's Day with the release of the much-anticipated film 50 Shades of Grey. Did the movie live up to readers' expectations? Apparently, it was a toss-up, resulting in mixed reviews from the media. Some say director Sam Taylor Johnson did an okay job at portraying the original novel, while others say the movie portrayed the book perfectly. Despite its reviews, the success in the box office speaks for itself, bringing in a record-breaking amount of almost $90 million over the weekend. And now we have our own movie critic, Nick Tiffany, with his thoughts on the releases from last weekend. Nick?
50 Shades of Grey opened to a whopping $81.5 million this weekend at the box office. But the film's inaccurate and abusive portrayal of BDSM is the least of the director's problems. Without much of a plot and characters more dull than the sex scenes, this movie proved to be about as uninteresting as it was titillating. Now, much like Kick-Ass, Kingsman: The Secret Service is a wildly entertaining film that plays off the spy genre quite spectacularly.
If you're prepared to adapt and learn, you can transform.
That is sick. Oh, yes. Very, very nice.
Never taking itself too seriously, Kingsman offers up a great mix of serious and hilarious characters who all contribute to making this one of the best pure action films in recent years. And then there's The Last 5 Years, which showcases America's sweetheart, Anna Kendrick, and Broadway superstar Jeremy Jordan.
Did I just hear an alarm start ringing? Did I see sirens go flying past?
The movie examines the intricacies that go into a relationship over time. With a sweeping score and music that will both excite and sadden you, this film epitomizes musicals and all that's wonderful about them. I'm Nick Tiffany, and here's looking at you, U of H.
Thanks, Nick. Playing an instrument or having a wonderful voice isn't the only way to get on the radio.
No, it's definitely not. Sisters Lizette and Jennifer Garcia run a Spanglish radio talk show at UH called Break Free with Liz and Jen. We had a chance to talk with the girls over the weekend. Check it out.
It was just something that we've originally just kept thinking about constantly, because originally we wanted to do a bilingual blog, and since we saw that Coug Radio offered opportunities to have a show, we kind of started tapping with that idea, and then eventually that's how Break Free, going Liz and Jen, happened.
I do the research and I do the news part of the show, and she does the playlist. That's when we organize each other.
Yeah. If something's not working, I'm like, you know, I feel like we have the liberty of each other, of correcting each other.
It's funny because we know we're co-working together, but we try not to fight. So
well, we don't fight.
We separated, right? We separated. So we have the show is kind of like our work, because it is our job, and then we separate our sister relationship to the other side.
Yeah, to the other side. We don't
once we get out of the radio, we're just sisters.
We're like sisters, yeah.
Liz and Jen are on at CougRadio.com every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
This month, Liz and Jen are going to be talking about sexuality, hitting on everything from first dates to bondage.
If you want to joke and laugh with Liz and Jen on air, you can like them on Facebook. Just search Break Free con Liz e Jen.
Speaking of the radio, if you're just hearing about this, you're just as late as we are. Endya and Gabby tell us about Drake's new mixtape.
While designers were showcasing their fashions on the runway in NYC, Drake was in the 6 plotting and scheming up a clandestine mixtape. In the middle of Fashion Week, Drizzy dropped If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, after releasing his short film Jungle early that morning, which featured tracks from the tape, Canadian accents, and home videos of young Drake. The 6 God generously released the album on SoundCloud to download for free, but for only 15 minutes. In case you were too late to get it for free, it's now available on iTunes.
It looks like it's going to be a cold spring this year. J. Cole announced that he's going on his Forest Hills Drive tour in honor of his album released in December. Cole released tour dates in some unexpected cities that tend to be left out when the Cole bus comes around. This first run is for all the cities that never get no love. I Feel You, Forest Hills Drive Tour, see you in a few. However, Cole is said to release a few more dates in the future, so Houstonians will hopefully get a glimpse of Cole as well. That's all for your social media cast this week. I'm Gabby Gaiter.
And I'm Endya Hardridge.
As promised, here's Giancarlo Caffarina of the Matchsticks playing for us live here in the studio. I'm Nate Pingor. Thank you for watching at UH. Enjoy.
I said motorhead, baby. Well, she wanna ride all night long. If you ain't got transportation, well, man, she'll treat you wrong. Well, she wanna ride in a Cadillac or a Buick with a smile. Take a Ford or a Chevrolet, must be the latest style. Oh, look at now. I was riding down the highway. I was doing about 103. She said, step on the gas, darling. Stop all that teasing me.